the mouth of Aghasura, and it's such a powerful image that Krishna's friends, they saw this ghastly, great, fearful demon lying there in the road. But they thought, well, we don't have to worry about this because, hey, Krishna's with us. We don't need to fear. Let's go in and play. And then Krishna, watching them going into play inside the mouth of the great demon, we're told that must be here, I'm sure it was that in a few verses back, that he watched with wonder. As Prabhupada says here, as Krishna was momentarily struck with wonder, and Prabhupada says in the Krishna book, just lost the page. He says that Krishna was struck with wonder at how the external energy works so wonderfully. Although it's his own, creation. Krishna's so inconceivable that he can create something and then wonder at what he's created. So he sees his friends going into the mouth of the Aghasura demon, and he decides that he will save them, so he goes into the mouth of the demon and prepares to kill the demon in this verse. And Prabhupada cites this verse in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna tells us that, I come repeatedly to this world, and I come to protect my devotees and to destroy the demons. There's another reason why Krishna comes to this world, and that is to teach the principles of religion. But the first reason he says is Paritranaya Sakrinam, to protect my devotees from harm. And in the life of Krishna consciousness as a devotee, we confront many risks, many dangers. We all do in this world, whether one's a devotee or not. But in the mind of a devotee, we know that Krishna is there to protect us. It's not that he only incarnated, 5,000 years ago to protect us. He is also, he's there at all times to protect us. Shri Radhanandaneshwara, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, Shri Shri Gaura. Krishna comes to protect us, but sometimes he plays a pastime and appears to himself be at risk, and this is one of those occasions when he went inside the demon's mouth. The demigods became very concerned that Krishna has gone inside the mouth of this demon. What will become of him? Just like when he fought with the Kaliya serpent. All the inhabitants of Vrindavan watching Krishna fighting with Kaliya, they became concerned, will Krishna have become vanquished? It reminds me of Krishna has come here with us. Here in Soho, which is, I don't know, I suppose it's quite a dangerous place. Not that dangerous, but compared to some places in the world it's pretty safe, but it is always danger. certainly is dangerous to the mind of a devotee. So many dangerous temptations and distractions all around us. But Krishna's come here to live with us. And this began, this particular pastime, Krishna began in temporal terms back in 1969, at the very place when Prabhupada installed Krishna there. And a few years later, Prabhupada gave Krishna the name Radha-Nandanishvara, Radha and Krishna, emphasizing the fact that Krishna is the controller of London. However, when Krishna comes in the form of the deity, he becomes dependent upon the service of the devotees. So we're here, serving Krishna, and he needs to be fed, and he needs to be dressed, and given a nice place to sit or to stand. And it's so beautiful. I said to Muradhara that because he, not just him, everyone, but because he served Krishna so nicely for so long, therefore this beautiful altar is manifest as a result of the... we can endeavour, but Krishna himself ultimately fulfills our desires. So we have this wonderful new altar. This is only the beginning. Of course, it's another chapter in the long, ongoing story. So anyhow, when Krishna first came, he was dependent on all of us. And then one day, Krishna was attacked. I don't know how many of you know this story. It's at the time, it was a traumatic event for the whole society, the whole Krishna consciousness movement. I'm talking 1971. When a disturbed former friend of the devotees, very highly disturbed, mentally ill, he decided, he just found himself impelled to attempt a horrible deed. It's very hard to know when somebody does something terrible to what extent they are responsible for their actions. Because in the Gita, Krishna does say that nature does everything. And he spends quite some time discussing the two essential kinds of nature that a person may have, which are described here, Krishna says. Parichanaya sadhunam. The sadhus, I protect them. But the duskritina, parichanaya sadhunam, vinashaya duskritam. The duskritas are the persons who they do harmful deeds. The sukriti is a good deed, and duskriti is a harmful deed. As much as possible in the life of a devotee, we try to avoid harmful deeds, and that covers all aspects of our behaviour. From obviously our diet, we try to have a diet that is non-violent. Our behaviour towards one another and towards people in general. Our behaviour towards nature, towards Mother Earth. And also our behaviour towards our own selves. We try not to harm. And that's the nature which is called the Sukriti nature, or in this case, Krishna says sadhu. The other nature is the Duskriti, the harmful nature, those who do harm. So Krishna says that, everyone is one or other of these natures. These are the two natures. And in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives a very vivid description. We know about something about the sadhu because, after all, we spent most of the time trying to cultivate the qualities of the sadhu. But let's just remind ourselves of the qualities of the demon.